Hi, my name is Cassidy Harmon, and this is my persuasive speech. Imagine this, your grandmother, she's active, she's mentally sharp, and she can live on her own independently. But one day, she's told that she can't get a life-saving procedure, not because that it won't work. Just plain old simple because she is just too old. Not because she said no, but because someone else, a medical professional, decided for her that just because of her age, she was not worth the risk and the resources. That sounds crazy, right? But believe it or not, that happens every day to millions of people. This issue is not something that only happens to a few people. It can affect our grandparents, even our own parents, and eventually, maybe one day us. As we age or help our loved ones navigate medical decisions, we will often see how age becomes a barrier to medical care. I've seen this up close and personal by myself having a chronic illness. It has shocked me how frequently decisions are made just on my age, not by me and my needs. Today, I want to convince you that age alone should not determine medical treatments or procedures. We will explore the real harm caused by age-based decisions and why we need a new standard, and what you can do to change the system. First, let me help you understand the issue. Age-based discrimination in healthcare, or better known as ageism, is not just an ethical concern, it's a very life-threatening one. A 2021 report from the World Health Organization found that older adults face delayed treatment, fewer options, and worse health outcomes, not because they're sicker, because they are just older. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, some hospitals created triage guidelines that prioritized younger patients for life-saving treatments, even when older patients had stronger chances of survival. Even in everyday care, older adults are excluded from clinical trials, meaning many common medications and procedures aren't tested for those that are over 65. How can doctors make good decisions without good data, you may ask? Most shockingly, some providers still rely on what we call age cutoffs to deny procedures like organ transplants, chemotherapy, or even surgeries, regardless of the patient's actual health or their wishes. Think about that. How crazy is that? If one person, let's say, is 45, another one's 75, and they're both equally healthy, but only one will be given the chance to live longer, just because of age. So, what's the solution to that problem? We need to shift from age-based care to individualized evidence-based care. Medical decisions should consider the biological age, how healthy someone is, frailty scales, which is can they survive this, and the patient's own values and goals. There are some tools like the Clinical Frailty Scale developed by Rockwood and colleagues in 2005 that offer more accurate insights into a person's fitness than their birthday ever could. We also need policy change. The American Medical Association and AARP have called for reforms that ban age as a sole factor in medical decision-making and encourage the inclusion of older adults in research. Education is another key to this. Healthcare providers need training to recognize and correct ageist biasm, just like we've done with race and gender disparities. And finally, we need to speak up. As families, patients, and voters, we must demand care that's based on who we are, not how old we are. Now, I want you to picture two scenarios. In the first, your mom, who exercises every day and volunteers weekly, is told that at age 72, she's not eligible for a knee transplant. And that's it. She's dismissed without further discussion, and her pain is not treated, and she's lost her independence. Now, in the second scenario, the same woman is treated based on her strength and goals of her life. The doctor listens to her. Her surgery is successful, and she dances at your siblings or your cousin's wedding. Which version of healthcare would you want for her, or for yourself, or for your child? Doing nothing means accepting a future where people are seen as expiration dates, not human beings. But change means creating a system that values life, not numbers. So what can you do? Let's start with 3 simple steps. Number 1. Challenge age-based thinking. Whether it's a joke, a comment, or a medical decision, speak up when age is used unfairly. Number 2. Support organizations like AARP that fight for healthcare equity. Number 3. Advocate for loved ones. If a doctor dismisses an older patient's concerns or limits their options, ask why. Push for personalized care. Finally, educate yourself. Read about the issue, share articles, talk about it more. The more people to know, the harder it will be to ignore. But here's the truth. Age is just a number, but life is not. So, let's build a future where everyone, regardless of age, gets the care they need and the care they deserve. Thank you. That is my persuasive speech. And the next time someone says that they're too old for that, I really hope that you will have the courage to say, too old for what? A chance at life? Thank you.